Oh shit. You've got a squirter. Guarantee you 99.9999999% clean, safe drinking water. And supposedly safe to drink. What the hell is that? It's got 1,200 lumens, so it's pretty bright. More like a pump action to me. Camera on the front. That just clicks into place. Plug out one, call in home base. Good. Hello, welcome back to the channel. And today's video is all about water purification. We all need clean, safe drinking water, don't we? And there's countless different types of water filters on the market. And I've been kindly sent this system all the way from America, the Pury Bag system. I don't know if you've heard about it, but yeah, new to the UK. I don't think any retailers are selling it. And I've been asked if I sell it in a bug out. I thought, well, before stocking it, I obviously want to see what it's all about, isn't it? So yeah, been kindly sent this. So full disclosure, I've been sent this system for free from the guys from Puribag. And yeah, let's have a look at it. So basically, it's a massive bag. I think it's 10 litres or 2.5 gallons of water you can filter. You put a treatment in it, agitate it, give it a bit of a shake. You've probably seen videos on these before. Seal it up, hang it up, and then after a certain amount of time, you should have clean, safe drinking water. So they sent me that, plus a load of other goodies, some inline filters. What else is in there? A bladder pack. Some sort of harness as well for the bladder pack. So we'll have a good look at it later on in the video. I've got another filter bag I want to test out as well. So we'll take that, put them for the nice Welsh river water, and then test this out and see what it's all about. All right, so if that's something you're interested in, if you're into emergency preparedness, going out wild camping, you know, in a group or yourself, obviously you need clean water in any of them situations. So if that's what floats your boat, join me as we go and get some dirty water and test this kit out. See you in a bit. Right, so we come down to the water's edge, the river. So while we're down here, I've got a few things I'm going to try out, including this silicone bag for the inline filter. We'll fill that up as well. So there we are. Don't think I caught any minnows in it. See that back up. And obviously the Pury Bag. This is what the video is all about, isn't it? So I'm not going to fill it up from the river. There's a little bit of a standing water over there. Should be a bit more sediment in it. So we'll take the Pury Bag over there, give it a bit more of a test, isn't it? And fill the water from over there. Let's have a look. Right, we've got all the water we need for the test, so let's go and do it. We're back from the river, back at HQ, and I brought the water up. I was going to film it down the river, but I thought it was easier to bring it back home to HQ and do all the filming here. So next step is put our treatment in. So along with the kit, the Pury Bag, you get these sachets. So these are made by P&G, I don't know if you can see that, P&G Purifier of Water, it says. So each packet can treat 10 litres of water, or 2.5 gallons. So it's quite a lot of water, isn't it? So it's calcium hypochlorite.
It's not his fault he can't read.
Something. Some parts in chlorine as well. So basically it's chlorine and a coagulant. That's what it is. That's what I understand anyway. All the instructions on the back. So you can use this without the Pury Bag, right? So if you just got a bucket, you just pour this into the water, give it a stir for 5 minutes, then pour it through a bit of a filter like a cloth, shamag, and then wait for 20 minutes, and then you can drink it apparently. So that's the P&G water treatment. So what we're going to do, we're going to pour one of these now in the Pury Bag. There it is. We'll take the clip off. I don't really know how much water I've got in here, but I've done what it says on the bag basically. I filled it up just to this point here. As you can see, there's all sorts of crap in the water. It's not that dirty, but it's dirty enough for this experiment anyway, or test. Right, pour all that in here. So what you do then is fold this over. Then this little clip. So this little yellow end, little nub, that goes underneath your fold. And the rest just slides on. Just like that. Right. That's not coming off in. Right, so what we're going to do now is give this a good shake for 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes is a long time, isn't it? Right, that's enough shaking for me. It's probably been a couple of minutes. It does say 5 minutes, but I think that's enough. See, the water's pretty clean anyway. I did try and stir it up to get a bit of sediment in it. I suppose if it was really dirty, you want to shake it or agitate it for a bit longer. But that's enough. Right, next thing now is to hang it up and wait for half an hour. You can just about to see the coagulant doing its work. Right, while that's working, we'll have a look what else they sent me from Puribag. So along with all these sachets, which is 12 altogether, so it's 120 litres of clean water. Gallons, I don't know, 12 times 2.5, work it out. That's a lot of water, isn't it? So they sent me that, obviously to go with the Pury Bag. Also sent me a hose.
Got any hose?
And an adapter for the Pury Bag, and that's for the inline filter. So it's a new product I think they got coming out, this inline filter. I have used it before on a camping trip I done a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, so I've got two of them, which is good, isn't it? This is the one I used before, the inline filter. Very similar to the Sawyer Mini or the Life Straw inline filter. The design is almost identical, isn't it? But they do exactly the same job, don't they? So the inline filter can be fitted to bladder pack, just like this. So obviously you can put your water in here, in your backpack, have your hose coming out into your chops. Smack myself in the face. Through the filter. Right. Let's take this off now. Easy to assemble and take apart, as you've seen. Now with the bladder pack, they also sent another hose. So this is a hose designed to be used without the inline filter. So if you've got clean water in your bladder pack, just use a normal hose. So if you don't want the inline filter to be on your bladder pack, you can fit it on one of these silicone bags. So just take the top off. We filled this with water before, didn't we, from the river. In the pocket. Just make sure you got the arrow pointing the right way. Yeah, clean water should follow the arrow. Shit. Screw that on there, just like that. So I don't know how much is that in here. That's a good couple of litres, isn't it? So there we are, clean water coming out. Yeah, tastes alright. Nice. Stop it, just put the lid on. There we are, clean water. So these are good little bags. It's not the brand that everybody uses. I won't say it. With the Soya Minis. This is a slightly cheaper one. But available from the link below if you want to get yourself one. But yeah, perfect for these inline filters. As you can see, I'll just take that off now. So the advantage of having these silicone bags is they take up very little room. So there's your bag, inline filter. There's your water purification system. You know, for a bug out bag, emergency bag, grow bag, you know, get home bag, whatever it is, that's ideal, isn't it? Yeah. As long as you can find water, that is. Right, talk about finding water. A few more minutes and we'll have a look at that. So the Pury Bag Micro, yeah, a great addition to your kit. Just grab the bag. If you do get one, it does come with a syringe as well for back flushing, you know, cleaning it out. Plus, as you've seen, you can use it with your bladder pack. Just put the hose on both ends, make sure, again, the arrow is pointing the right way. Clean water out, follow the arrow. That goes on there, easy peasy. Water in your bladder, clean or dirty. Suck and go. Behave yourself. And there's one more use for the Pury Bag Micro once the Pury Bag is finished doing its job. Right, I don't know how long it's been. It's got to be 20-25 minutes, so I've waited long enough. Now it still looks like there's bits of crud in the water, but most of it has settled. So I don't know if I put too much water in the bag and it's too much for this little sachet, or that's just the way it's supposed to be. What I do know, there is another filter in the spout where it comes out, so that should stop all that crap coming out from there. But because the sachets contain not just the coagulants but chlorine as well, I know everything's killed in it, right? Well, hopefully anyway. Yeah, so next stage now is to get rid of all this detritus, that's the word, isn't it, at the bottom, right? So I'll take you in a little bit closer and show you how to do that. Right, first thing we've got to do is twist the bag. I'm going to try and do this without stirring up the shit so much. Oh yes, that's probably enough twist in here now. Then you get your little clip thing. You can put these on bags of crisps in it now. Not that I eat crisps anymore. That hopefully has got that. I'm going to keep that twisted as it is. Now, this could be a bit of a mess. I'm going to slide this out. There we go. We've got a bit of movement. There we go. Now we get rid of all that crap. Hold on my bloody truck. Right, just fold that back over there. So as before, look at that. Get the yellow knob, bloody behave yourselves, on the underside of the fold, and then just slide that in. Bloody dirty minds, a lot of you. There we go. We should undo that now. We'll just let that settle now for another couple of minutes, I think. Right, we're back. So there's still a bit of crud in the water, as you can see it, and some more has settled back down to the bottom. So I don't know if I've done it right. I say I don't know if I put too much water in there, or perhaps I didn't shake it about enough, but it still looks pretty dirty in the bag. But as I said, there's a filter behind the outlet, so what I'm hoping is when we get the water out, it should be nice and clean. Let's try it. Yeah, it's pretty clean, that, isn't it? And supposedly safe to drink. yeah, just like warm water. I'm off on holiday in a couple of days, so I hope I don't get ill now. But yeah, seems alright. And yeah, there's no bits in that. It's crystal clear. Now, if you wasn't too sure about drinking the water out of that, which is perfectly fine by the way, I shall show you another setup which will make sure, will guarantee you 99.9999999% clean, safe drinking water, even though this is safe to drink. So remember before, in the bag of goodies we had this hose and we had this adapter. So we basically got to take the tap end, or whatever they call it, outlet of this, put this on, connect to the hose, and then connect to your Pury Bag micro inline filter. I'm going to have to take that down to do it, otherwise all the water's going to piss out at the front. So just take this off. I'm getting water everywhere. Oh, there we go. So that's your carbon filter, or your filter inside there. There's just your secondary filter or your carbon filter. So if you ever want to change that, apparently this is how you do it. Take this off, push that out, and put another one back in, another filter. Right, here's your inline hose adapter. That'll go in here. Getting water everywhere, hopefully. Just goes in, is it? Oh shit. You've got a squirter. Behave yourselves. Pretty sure that's in. Hose goes on. I should have put the hose on first really, shouldn't I? And then your filter. On. Now you haven't got to use your vehicle obviously to hang the bag on. Obviously if you're out camping in a group or whatever you're doing, you can find anything to hang it on, you know, tree or whatever. But I just found it easier to do here on the yard with the truck. There we are. Get some of the air out. That's working a treat. There we are. So it's double filtered now, isn't it? Yeah, good. So it still looks a bit dirty in the bag, but as we've seen, when it comes out it's crystal clear. And plus, if you're using this system as well, you know, you're double sure, aren't you? So there we are, there's the Pury Bag system. All in all, you know, a fairly good system, isn't it? There's some pros and cons, obviously, as there are with most things. So a few cons in first, I suppose, a few bad points. Now for a bug out bag, get on bag, emergency bag, it's probably a bit big for that. It does compact down real small, but you probably wouldn't need that amount of water, you know, for one person. It's a little bit fiddly, isn't it? You've got to wait half an hour for the water. That's, well, more than half an hour, isn't it? Time you take in the account of shaking and agitating the material inside the bag. Then obviously twisting it and getting the clip off, getting rid of the crap, and then waiting for it to settle down again. It's a bit time consuming, isn't it? All right. Another thing I found is when filling up the water, your outlet gets covered in water. So if it's dirty water, river water, contaminated water, this outlet where your clean water comes from is also in that dirty water in it. So obviously you might want to clean that before using it. And I suppose the final bad point is the sachets, right? They do work, brilliant little things, but the bag is only any good if you've got a sachet. If you haven't got any sachets, then you can't filter the water, can you? Unless you've got the inline filter to go on it, then this is just, you know, a water carrier then, isn't it? So that's the bad points. The good points, it will clean up fairly good really dirty, muddy water, right? I've seen it on other videos. I didn't have really dirty water out the river. I stirred it up as much as I could, but I've seen other videos and it's really got rid of all the detritus and crap. Personally, if I'm filtering water, I want to make sure the water I'm getting it from, whether it's a river, pond, it's fairly clean anyway. Right, the water's flowing, it's not stagnant, it doesn't smell. But this system will clear up the water. Now another good point, which funny enough was one of the bad points, is the size. Now yes, it might be too big for personal use, but if you're in a group or a large camp, you can filter a lot of water. 2.5 gallons or 10 litres is a lot of water for say a family unit or for some sort of base camp, and everybody can just tap off and use water, you know, as and when. It will be slightly less than 10 litres or 2.5 gallons by the time you get rid of the crap at the bottom, but even so, you know, it's a fair amount of water. Once you've done all the rigmarole of treating it and, you know, agitating it, hanging up in a tree or on your truck, yeah, you've got a lot of water there to get through. So that's a good point as well, isn't it? Yes, it's, as I said, it's too big for personal use for a bug out bag, but if you're in a group, or you've got a vehicle, got a base camp, yeah, it's ideal for that. And another really good point about the Puribag system, yes, you can clean out really dirty water, high volume, but with the added inline filter, you've got double filtered, double treated water, haven't you? So your mind's gonna be at rest when you know you're drinking from this. The water's gonna be extremely clean and safe to drink. There's one thing you don't want to scrimp on, is your water filter system. If you're out and about in the wilds or in an emergency situation, you're no good to anyone if you're, you know, on the floor, cramped up, bent over backwards, you know, spewing and doing all sorts because you've drunk some dirty, contaminated water. So yeah, guys, there's the video about the Puribag water filtration system. It says good points and bad. Is it good for a bug out bag? Yes, if you've got the room. Is it good for bugging it at home? Definitely, because of the volume of water it can clean. Is it good for groups? Yes. Is it worth getting in the shop and having in the UK? Well, let us know in the comments. I will put a link below to where you can get hold of one of these. But all in all, I think it's a very good system. So if you haven't done so already, please think about liking and subscribing. Hit the notification bell. And if you do want to see some more videos, check that one out and that one. And I'll catch you again next time. All the best.